be fine. I know I made it look like it'd be alright, but I think I learned.
Hello SPAS students, we are 12th grade Jenny Choi,
Jenny Dong.
in Radio Club. SPAS Radio Club will provide and announce important information and fun vlogs at every Monday homeroom time. Before talking about this week's issue, we want to talk about the leak box the Radio Club made. Leak box will be placed in 3rd floor where the lost and found is placed. And you guys can suggest whatever you want to talk to SPAS students, but with appropriate words. If the suggestions are feasible, the issues will be discussed within the student council.
Next, we had election September 6th, and Tony Lee and William Kim were finally elected as president and vice president. They're going to work with President Jenny Choi and Vice President Joy Park. Congratulations, and please do the hard work as you guys promised in your speech. Also, Student Council has prepared movie night this week. More information will be provided in SPAS WeChat group. So if you have any questions or opinion of movies or snacks, please put your opinion in link box or tell to STUCO members. Now you're going to watch few interviews from new students and new teachers.
Okay, school was really good this week. Everybody's starting to get where they need to be in classes and getting used to the schedule, so it was a good week.
School is going really well this week. I'm getting used to waking up early in the morning again, and I have figured out how to get around town, so I enjoy going out to eat after work and looking around and sightseeing too.
The reason I moved here was because they offered me a job. I was leaving my old school, only had about a month of school left, so there wasn't a lot of openings, and also was interested in moving into China.
I've always been interested in education, and I especially find it interesting to see how different countries treat education or approach education. And although this is an American school, I enjoy traveling to different countries and seeing how the children learn, what's important to their families, how their culture influences them in the classroom. And so in some ways I'm learning as much from my students as I hope that they're learning from me. And I just feel like it's such a privilege to come to China and have a chance to see the country. And I was even more excited when Mr. Becker originally told me that the school had a big population of Korean students. So I get to do both. I get to teach Chinese students and Korean students here.
More of China with the lack of English, because where I lived before, yes, it was a foreign country, but English was everywhere, so I never had to learn Arabic, where here English isn't as widely spoken, so I have to adjust to that.
At this point, no. I've been in China for 3 years now, and I just got married, and so my husband can help me if I have anything hard in my life. So I'm okay for right now.
Okay. To be honest, China has been the most difficult country that I've ever traveled to for work or otherwise. Maybe, I don't know, I don't want to say that I didn't do my homework because I did try to research it before I got here, but I don't know that there's a lot of information that's available. So many of the articles that I read or the videos that I watched about coming to China and teaching here or just traveling to China didn't have good solid information, and that might be because the laws in China change a lot, and that might be part of it. I'm not really sure, but I am getting better, but it was a rough start. It was a rough start. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I'm Thai, because that's the only part of it I've been in, so.
My favorite part of China, I really love the people. They're very nice, and everybody who I've met has been very kind. And I also love the food. The food is amazing.
Okay, I'm trying to think of my favorite part of China, and it's not necessarily that it's not that I dislike any part of China. It's just that everything has been so interesting. You know, I've gone to a museum, I've gone to an old part of town, I've gone to several restaurants, I got to go to the vineyard, and all of these different experiences have been very lovely and enriching. And so I can't necessarily pick one and say this is the best part of it. People have been so kind, and every day is sort of a new adventure. So there's no pinnacle at this point, but it's just everything has been so great. I really like it here.